Arrivo. Ah, siamo al palazzo praticamente, sì. Mi sembra di sì. Attenzione, scusi. Arrivo. Sono un po' dietro, un attimo.
It's here, just round the corner.
Hurry!
We must go to where the game is being held. The participants must find a unicorn's horn, a golden fish, and a phoenix egg. With these in hand, they can deduce where the hare, Milton, hides.
Mean we need to find those things too.
We've no other option, but time is of the essence, so we shall have to break the rules.
Dopo andremo a vedere anche la casa che ci ha dato questa duchessa. Vabbè, io intanto ti seguo.
On second thought, through here. I shall show you where the hunt plays out. Then we will split up. You will get hold of the unicorn horn and the golden fish, while I nab the phoenix egg. That will be quickest.
Pesce dorato.
Golden fish. Do I need a rod or a net?
Please, Geralt. It's not a real fish.
Sembra
Look
strano.
there, towards the water. See the lights? The hunters are trying to hook the fish from boats. You must simply dive in and find it.
The unicorn. How do I catch it?
It's terribly skittish, true, but I'm sure you will find a way to earn its trust. It runs around over there, look.
Cioè c'è
The
veramente un
golden fish
unicorno.
and the horn both contain things or clues that will help us find Milton. Once you have fish and horn, find me among the other phoenix egg hunters. All clear? Then let's get to it.
Va bene. Va bene, allora dobbiamo cercare il pesce dorato e l'unicorno. Ma per scendere... No, qua ci ammazziamo. Per scendere senza morire... Non saprei. Ah, qua c'è la scala. Che cavolo. Non l'avevo mica vista. Allora. Beh, io corro più veloce, mica seguo lei, se no aspettiamo 3 ore. Chissà che sarà un oggetto, penso, il pesce dorato. Cioè, dubito che esista un pesce del genere, ma meglio aspettarsi di tutto. In quella zona. Qua, sì, scusate. Mi tuffo.
Did someone just dive in the water? Perhaps that's the way to do it.
Sure, if you're a peasant.
Così si fa prima, anziché aspettare. Cosa sono esche queste? Toffi. Qua cos'è? Caramella. Ma cosa sono? Sì, delle esche per il pesce dorato. Caramella. Ma non... Aspetta, se no l'ossigeno finisce. Non vedo niente. Ah, ecco, no, c'è qualcos'altro. Non è che magari è qua. C'è una di queste specie di galleggianti a forma di pesce. Non so, Io continuo a cercare. Aspetta, di là era. Ecco. Abbiamo trovato?
Hey, wait. Stop. It's important.
King Cormorant, sire, accept this offering we bring. Prithee cast upon us your merciful eye, and bear before us its secrets.
As the moon is heavily coursed of trace, in my domain I await that moment of grace, when a soul of good or ill repute brings me a gift, fitting tribute.
No, non così, Geralt, dai. Una chiave del pesce d'oro. Quindi è proprio modi bruschissimi. Mi spiace, non ho avuto il controllo di Geralt, quindi, ma mi è piaciuto comunque come si è comportato, quindi andiamo avanti. L'ho fatto anch'io, magari, però prima magari avrei chiesto. È una cosa importante. Aver almeno detto che era un'emergenza. Ok, quindi manca l'unicorno, anche questo presumo sia, cioè, non so, un oggetto, un cavallo con un corno. No, boh. Vediamo, adesso lo scopriremo. Ok. Ah già, sono i pavoni qua anche, che fanno quel verso. Si dice che agli unicorni piace la musica. Sì, infatti è un cavallo con un corno, cioè.
Perhaps an apple will work. Or some sweets.
We would not be in this predicament, dear sister, were you still a virgin.
Do you really wish to have this conversation again? Here and now?
Hush, or you'll spook the beast. We shall try the sweets. Hey, folks. Gonna have to ruin your fun. Sorry.
Who's that?
Potremmo usare l'Axi, per esempio. Magari l'Axi. Proviamo. Ecco. No, vieni qua.
Shh. Calm down. Easy now.
Ecco.
Well, that's hardly fair.
Flagrant cheating is what it is.
Sirs, we must teach this scamp some proper
Ma è un'emergenza. No, usiamo ancora l'Axi.
Listen, I didn't break any rules.
True, he won fair and square.
Esatto.
We were unlucky, that's all.
We must try to grab the next clue.
Almeno non ho dovuto picchiarli. Contro la duchessa per mettere insieme gli indizi e scoprire dove si nasconde Milton. Va bene, là.
If you please, Your Grace.
We do not please. We act out of the highest necessity. Or shall be explained later.
But it's against the rules.
I am the rules. Geralt! At last.
Got a key and a clue.
And I've another. Show me yours. Who wrote this drivel? I begin like a crone, hollowed out with ease, then end like a mouse, with a head of hard cheese.
Inizio con la S, poi una congiunzione, ho due rane senza corpo e una fine con la A. Inizio con la S. Congiunzione, due rane senza corpo. Meno male non c'è il tempo. No, se inizio con la S sarà una serra, forse? Soffitta dubito. Soffitta in questo posto, non so. Non penso ci sia una soffitta. L'unica che mi viene in mente è una serra.
Let's see. Grown with ease gives us green, right? And mouse with the head of hard cheese. Greenhouse?
You're a genius. Several greenhouses in the gardens, indeed, but only one in the locks, the key to which looks just like the one we found.
Greenhouse it is then. Let's go. Wait here.
Siamo arrivati tardi, però l'abbiamo vista. L'abbiamo visto. Madonna.
What the
Quella
fudge?
si teletrasporta.
What was that?
Ah. Qualche artiglioni. Oh.
I'm here.
This belonged to you, maybe?
It did, but you may keep it. I've a new one. I do not know you. I've done you no harm. Yet first you butchered a Bruxer who was dear to me. Now you pursue me. Why?
You've killed 4 innocent people, at least.
And you? How many innocents have you cut down?
Nessuno, credo.
I don't kill innocents. Murderers, though, you bet.
I'll soon be done. I've but one left. And you, should you not stand down.
And once you're done, intend to leave? Go kill somewhere else?
No. I intend to live. Happily ever after.
Cos'è? Un vampiro? Ma non mi sembra un vampiro superiore. Che ne avevamo già incontrato uno, ma non era così. Madonna. Usiamo il Quen, direi. Così a occhio, ok. Madonna. Sa perché? Mi sa che non finisce qua, Se. Madonna, c'è degli artiglioni. Quella. Ok, preso. Ah no, telo. No, dove vai, Geralt? Si para pure. Merda. Sì, l'unica è usare il Quen, continuare ad attaccare finché non attacca lui. Aia. Stato. No, si ricarica la vita? Maledetto. No, per poco tempo si è ricaricato. Preso. Opla. Dai. Azione, non so che azione, ma va bene. Intanto dà dei messaggi strani anche il gioco. Dai, che è quasi morto praticamente, ma mi sa che non so perché ho il presentimento che non lo uccideremo qua. Adesso vediamo. Ok. Chi è?
You were to stay where you were. Regenerate.
I know you're in trouble. I can help.
I'll help myself.
Chi è che ci ha aiutato?
No, he's my friend.
Sarà che buco? È scappato.
Yes, Geralt, it's me.
Oh.
Regis? You all right?
All is well. All's in order. Wounds such as these heal on vampires in moments. But we've not seen one another in ages, my friend. At least in human terms, that is.
How's this even possible? Last I saw you...
I was a bubbling, shapeless smear, having been rather spectacularly melted into a column of a certain castle. In somewhat better shape now, as you can see. Hardly peak form, mind you, but were I human, folk would think me a demigod, I dare say.
I'm sorry. What happened? It was my fault. Never got a chance to apologize.
No need, Geralt. Bygones. I did not have to join you on that expedition. No one twisted my arm.
Ma anche lui è tipo un vampiro, sì, un vampiro, sarà.
Miraculous regeneration. How do you manage it?
I had help. From the one you hunt.
Him? How? And what have you been doing all these years?
Not the time nor place for such stories. I suspect we'll get a chance to speak at ease and at length later. Now, however, we must deal with the reason that brought us both here.
So you being here, it's no coincidence?
Your powers of deduction seem to have waned not one bit. I'm happy. I came here for Detlef. I fear he's become entangled, landed himself in serious trouble.
So that's his name. He's your friend?
You might call it that. Though Detlef is... how would you humans put it? More bestial than I am. But not to worry. I'm working on him.
Haven't exactly done a great job with that. He's killed one knight since I got here. At least 3 others before I arrived.
For good reason, I'm sure. Understand, Detlef is not some decadent shit who kills for sport, or to assuage a dryness of throat or a dullness of mood.
E qual è il motivo?
So in your opinion, what are his reasons?
Precisely what I wish to find out. And then I will convince him of the error of his ways.
Got a lot of faith in the guy.
Despite appearances to the contrary, you two are quite alike. You've both noble hearts, yet you both are wont to perform ignoble deeds. When circumstances force you to, of course. Remember the year 964?
That was 3 centuries ago.
Blind fear gripped Rivia, Lyria, and Spala. Women and children were dying. Their mutilated, dismembered corpses littered the fields.
Brute of Lyria. Read about it. Chewed up almost 200, then fell to a common poacher supposedly armed with a dagger blessed by some prophet.
It fell to Detlef, who then found a poacher asleep in the brush near his snares and dropped the fiend's corpse at his feet. And thus, a legend was born.
Perché me lo racconti?
Awfully good of him. But do I need to know this?
Yes. So you'll understand Detlef is no cold-blooded killer. I believe he's landed in some mess and he sees no way out.
What makes you say that?
Vilgefortz melted my body. Detlef found what was left. As per our codex, he had a choice. To leave me where I was, or to care for me and nurture my remains. He chose the latter. Regenerated me at no small expense in his own blood. Do you know what that means to a vampire? The gravity of the endeavor?
Probably same thing it means to a human. You owe him your life.
Much more than that. The act itself made us blood brethren. A bond so strong humans cannot even imagine, which is why I know something ill is afoot.
Always had an overdeveloped sense of empathy.
Each vampire has a unique talent, one they hone over centuries. It's precisely what renders us so difficult to classify. Detlef's trump card is his herd instinct, his tribal propensity. In point of fact, he prefers the company of lesser vampires and shuns that of humans. If he walks among you, killing egregiously, it can only mean something's upset him immensely.
Anything specific? Some set of things that'd be likely to set him off?
How should I say this? Detlef doesn't understand men, their world, its rules, its conventions. He's naive in a sense. He doesn't comprehend your games, knows not what it means to lie, deceive.
Suggesting he's maladjusted and venting his rage.
I'm suggesting maladjustment can at times breed conflict. But is it the case this time? I cannot say, but intend to find out.
Vorrei saperlo anch'io, quindi vorrei, magari se si può scegliere, cioè di evitare di ucciderlo, vorrei sapere prima le sue intenzioni, perché ha ucciso, diciamo, quei cavalieri, cioè cosa c'è sotto in effetti.
Gotta find him, before something upsets him even more, and all Beauclair is awash with blood.
Well, we share a cause then, just like the old days.
Not entirely. I mean, when I find him, you know.
I know you've a contract on his head. Yet your true task is to stop the beast killing, not necessarily to kill the beast, am I right?
Dice il
All in
vero.
all? Sure.
Let us find him. By the time we do, I hope I'll have convinced you Detlef is no monster.
Fine, all right already. But for now, evidence is stacking up against him.
Hear that?
The posse. Knights must have tracked me here.
I'd prefer they not find me here. I've makeshift quarters at Mère Lachaise Long Cemetery. We'll meet there.
See you.
Si muovono così questi vampiri, comodo.
Witcher, we flew here as fast as our courses would carry us. Yet I fear we're late all the same. Pray, where is the beast?
Still investigating. About to inspect this site. Withdraw your men before they trample all over the evidence.
Sirs, we must let the Witcher do his work. Milton's murder cannot go unavenged.
Ok, sangue che scorre, missione completata. Una gabbia di matti. Incontra Regis al cimitero Mere Lanche lo sangue. Vabbè, ok. E va bene, allora adesso, aspetta, prima di tutto ripariamo l'armatura, che vedo che è danneggiata. Ok, a posto. Perfetto, adesso vorrei uscire, ecco. E fatti vedere le missioni. Che allora abbiamo, ecco, casa dolce casa, vedere la tenuta, il cinguettino del cavaliere innamorato. Si è aggiunta sta missione qua. Ok, ma io prima volevo vedere casa. Ok, vigneto corvo bianco, va bene. Sì, ci ha messo il deposito proprio come fosse la base. Ok, va bene, va bene. No, ma adesso io penso che per un po' andrò avanti con le missioni principali, anche perché è un bel po' che non ne facevo, prima di fare eventuali missioni secondarie, magari così ne accumuliamo un po' e non ci interrompiamo tutte le volte per farne una. Allora aspetta, carichiamoci la vita. E andiamo verso il viaggio rapido. Ecco. Sì, faccio un attimo tappa lì a casina, diciamo, per vedere un po' com'è, poi proseguiamo con la nostra storia. Mito corvo bianco. Ok, vediamo.
Even a horse
Ma devi
drops if you
strutturare... com'è? Abbiamo il maggiordomo, dai.
Welcome home, sir. I am Barnabas Basil Faulty. By order of the Duchess, I shall serve you as Majordomo of Corvo Bianco. I previously served with distinction at the Nibli family manor and in Nazaire with Admiral Rompali, who, as you are certain to know, is an extraordinary demanding gentleman.
Whoa, Barnabas Basil. One thing you ought to know. I'm not your typical landed gentleman. Truth be told, this is the first real property I've ever owned.
Oh, in that case, you must leave it all to me. I shall organize, see to everything, and whip the house into order. I dare say this place will soon be the most prosperous vineyard around.
Great. Can already see I'm in good hands.
Va bene, faccia lei allora.
Vineyard comes across as a place with a rich history. Know who owned it before me?
Baron Rossel, who went bankrupt, forcing him to sell the estate to the Duchess. The Baron, in turn, had purchased it from Monsieur Bolius of the Headsman, a truly colorful man of Kedweni origin.
He was actually a headsman?
No, not him, but his great-great-great-great-grandfather. Indeed. Apparently, he was a common cut-purse who somehow secured for himself the post of ducal headsman in Beauclair. Went about his work with an exceptional penchant. They say he chopped off more heads than there are grapevines in the ducal vineyards. He never hesitated, not once. Never sliced unevenly, never botched a job. For his exemplary service, the Duke granted him a title and this estate. Monsieur Bolius, on the other hand, was an engineer in his younger years. Once retired, he settled here and took to producing wine. Sadly, misfortune struck and he lost his sense first of smell, then of taste. Additionally, he could not drink alcohol. His medic forbade it.
Shame that. He gave up making wine?
Not at all. He made even more of it. Began throwing wild balls to which he'd invite friends from far and wide in order to treat them to his wine and delight in the fact that at least someone could enjoy it. It's the sort of man he was, Monsieur Bolius.
Mind giving me a little tour de Corvo Bianco?
Not in the least. Follow me, please. I think it would be practical to begin on the hill.
Sì, mi faccia vedere, visto che è casa mia.
Behold, sir, your estate in all its splendor.
Mica brutta, dai.
Pretty vast.
Indeed. And now, sir, allow me to show you a handful of interesting details. Follow me, please.
Been a majordomo all your life?
Yes, I come from a long line of majordomos. My father was a majordomo, as was my grandfather before him, as was my great-aunt. In fact, she was the one to start the tradition.
Great-aunt?
A hard woman. It is said that already as a child, she knew where she was going, and went there. When she arrived in Beauclair, she signed on as a chambermaid at one of the vineyards, then slowly worked her way up to majordomo. She dragged the rest of the family up the same path.
Tradizione di famiglia, quindi.
The servants' quarters. I occupy the green home. With the Duchess's permission, I have hired a full staff. Their salaries to be paid from the ducal treasury.
Nice of her.
Not the most sightly part of the estate, I admit. But I think it worthwhile for you as master of the domain to know where the help stays.
Sì, va bene, va bene.
The book of lust is hard and
Go up to any knight and shout, "The beast!"
Poi?
Yourself the soiled armor.
Baron Rossel ordered the vines in this part of the estate uprooted and olive groves planted in their place. They look beautiful, especially come spring.
Don't look at all bad now, either.
Già, anche se sembra che siamo in primavera, insomma, tutti fiori. Anzi, anche estate, probabilmente. Piove poco.
The Dutch is small, but do you know any who's not heard of our wines?
Down below lies your vineyard, where we grow a strain of Carfanere, one of the world's oldest. Aged in oak barrels, it provides for an exquisite wine with distinct blackberry, wild cherry, plum, and cinnamon notes. Marvelous.
Have to try it one of these days.
Infatti, vorrei berne con un sorso, un bicchiere, insomma. È compreso nel tour, magari, no?
Nice well. Picturesque.
Yes, though it ran dry long ago. During the raucous feasts Master Bolius held, he would order it filled with wine. There's a tale about a guest attending a Bolius ball for the first time and thus unaware of the custom. He had suffered great heartbreak and had decided to end his life by jumping into the well. The festivities were coming to a close, and the well was nearly empty when the suicidal guest finally jumped. Instead of killing himself, he merely broke his legs. To numb the pain, he drank the wine.
Drank himself to death?
Not at all. When found the next day, he had concluded he'd witnessed twin miracles. The water had been changed into wine, and he had survived. He retired to a monastery in the Dragon Mountains and began preaching the wisdoms of Lebioda.
Pensa a te. Il caso ha voluto che sopravvivesse, che quindi poi si convertisse, guarda te.
Monsieur Bolius' wife Nina kept a garden here. A supremely lovely place.
Adesso però è un po' distrutto.
Bit neglected now.
I agree. Yet nothing stands in the way of restoring it to its former glory, and once again planting it with herbs and other vegetation.
Ah sì, possiamo anche piantare piante? Ah. Sto seguendo, Però non ci incastriamo a vicenda. Grazie.
Madame Nina planted diminutive, delicate flowers and herbs here. One might say their aroma still hangs in the air.
You're quite the romantic, Barnabas Basil.
Beh, bello comunque anche così, con le rose e tutto il resto. C'è altro da vedere. E ci abbiamo il ruscello. Dovremmo avere anche delle stalle, tipo, no? Penso.
This served as an additional wine cellar in years of plentiful harvests.
Bit of work and it'll make a fine stable for Roach.
Appunto.
They fought like two cats in a bag.
The cellars, voila. During Monsieur Bolis's time, wine was kept here, but Baron Rossel used it to store olive oil as well. I took the liberty of cleaning up the...
Sì, ha fatto bene a riordinare.
Made while fighting the Bruxa. Thanks, Barnabas Basil. Appreciate it.
Ok. Abbiamo finito il giro? No? Seguo, Ci sarà la casa da vedere, no?
As you can see, the facade is, how to put it, slightly stained. But one cannot deny it.
Sì, ci vorrebbe una riverniciata, magari.
True, though it could use a bit of subtle paint.
Entriamo o... Entriamo.
And welcome inside. On the left is the master bedroom. On the right, the dining hall and kitchen. Upstairs, you shall find the guest room, currently used for storage.
Not a bad idea.
At the moment, the house is only minimally furnished. Yet I believe we will, together, devise some innovative arrangements. A few paintings, for instance, would breathe new life into the abode immediately. With that, sir, you've seen the full lay of the land. Corfo Bianco is a beautiful estate. though one must admit, time has taken its toll. Forgive me for being forward, but if you were to choose to invest a small sum towards its beautification, consider me at your service on the matter.
Think I'll take you up on that. Be sure to come and see you if I decide to do any remodeling.
E quanto vi serve?
Mentioned the place could stand to be spruced up.
Oh, most decidedly, sir. The question is where you would like to begin this rejuvenation.
Terreno. Iniziamo dal terreno, forse è
Got
meglio.
these spacious grounds. But maybe it's time to make them more useful.
Oh, yes. We certainly should. The way I see things, given your trade, sir, you would be wise to put in a grindstone and an armorer's table. A good way to start things off, don't you think?
Allora, ripara armatura, affilare le mie spade. Beh, direi una cote per
In my
iniziare.
trade, my blades get dull pretty quick. Could use a grindstone, professional grade.
Of course. No one would consider that an unnecessary extravagance, I would wager.
Ah, va bene.
Then send out for one, please. A high-quality stone to be set up in the yard.
Of course. I shall send a runner to town at once. I believe you shall be grinding to your heart's content by tomorrow. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
Poi, armature.
My armor needs work from time to time. You know, oil this, reinforce that. Could use a decent work table where I could do all that.
Admiral Rompali once hired a specialist who made the finest armorer's tables this side of the Yaruga. I will contact him at once.
1000. Ok, vai.
Good. Order me up a table like that.
Immediately, sir. I expect it will take at most 1 day to arrive. Will you be needing anything else, sir?
E la casa?
Been thinking about the outer walls. Maybe a fresh coat of paint or some patching.
If I might dare to make a suggestion, why not start with a general renovation? I once oversaw such work at Admiral Rompali's summer residence. The effects were simply breathtaking. Not only did the residence positively sparkle afterwards, but we also made room to display the Admiral's armor and weapons, of which he was a passionate collector.
Ah, non ho 5000, maledizione. Vabbè, per il momento lascia stare.
Need to think it over some.
I understand, of course. As the venerable Lady Eve Knibli would so quaintly put it, the rash oft contract rashes.
Bravo, bravo. Va bene, allora arrivederci.
That's all for now, BB. Thanks.
Porta corvo bianco lo splendore di la gloria di un tempo. Aspetta un giorno perché arrivi la cotta, aspetta un giorno perché arrivi il tavolo d'armaiolo. Sì, ma io intanto magari raccatto qualche soldino, quanti ne ho? Beh, non mi mancano molto a 5000. Magari vendo qualcosa, ho qualcosa, beh, neanche così tanto da vendere. Vabbè, raccatterò qualcosina e poi se riesco la vorrei riportare al suo splendore questa magione, ecco.